It was Tosh.
Tosh?
Yeah? Oh, yeah, hi, Nicholas.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah?
Could you help me out with filming something?
Yeah, sure, man. What do you need, or what's it about?
Well, do you remember that story I told you of my first paranormal encounter?
Yeah.
Well,
What about it?
Well, I want to do something with it and put it on YouTube. And can you help me film and stuff?
Yeah, sure. When do you need my help?
Well, now.
What? Now?
Yes, now.
Let me think about that. Okay, I'll be there in a jiffy, I think. Do you need anything?
But bring some equipment that you think we can use. Okay?
Okay, I'll be there in a jiffy then.
Okay, thank you.
You.
Bye.
Bye.
You. Here is where I grew up. So in the house, the white house behind me, that's where I had my first encounters. And I will tell you my story.
So I came over here. Are you ready to tell your story?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you may start whenever you want. So take your time, take a deep breath, and whenever you want.
Okay. So it all started at the house I showed you before in this video. And I'm pretty sure every paranormal thing I encountered started over there. So it was my birthday on the 9th May of 1999, and we having a party. The pie, they brought the pie over with the candles, and then I had to blow out the candles, and at that moment, the moment I wanted to blow the candles out, there was a gust of wind coming onto my neck. And I'm pretty sure everything started from that moment on, because this is really my first encounter. I was having a sleepover and with a friend, and we were goofing around, and the light on the hallway was burning, but we were still up late and goofing around. And at some point my friend pointed me to the door, towards the door, and there was a shadow behind the door, because there was a glass in it, so you could see a shadow behind that door. So I thought it was my dad. He was checking up on us, so I told my friend to shut up, and we did. We stayed still for a few moments. Then the shadow went away, and we were back starting to goof around, and I was with my back against the door, so I couldn't see the door behind me. And all of a sudden my friend points out again, the shadow was again behind the door. So I thought it was my dad, and I said, you know what, let's scare him. And I was going to the door, I was reaching out to the handle, and I took the door handle, swing the door open to scare the shit out of my dad, but there was nobody. So I looked again to my friend as I was closing the door, and while I was closing the door, I was watching my friend. I saw him going all white, and at that moment when I closed the door and turning my head around, the shadow was again behind the door. And I'm pretty sure everything started from there on. So yeah, that was my first paranormal encounter. So, people believe in the paranormal, and some people don't believe in the paranormal like you, because I know you are a skeptic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I hope creating this video, this thing I'm doing right now with you,
Mm-hmm.
that there will be some answers. Is it paranormal? Is it not? Is it just a childish imagination or something? I don't know.
So I'm here with Nicholas. So let's debunk your stuff.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
And I also will be empathic to understand your story.
Yes.
We'll see. Let's start. So, can you get that piece of paper over there? So first things first.
Yes.
So tell me very shortly how the story began when you saw the. Well, I actually explained already. So if you take our paper, so I'm gonna draw you the room, right?
Yeah.
So you explained that your room was something. Oh, it doesn't write anymore. Something like this, right?
Yeah.
And let's say the door is here, so it swings open, and your bed was somewhere over here.
Yeah, it was right here.
So right here, and you both were here or something, and there was a big window.
I was sitting here, and my friend was sitting on the bed. Yeah.
So okay, there was an entity that was behind the door.
Yeah.
If I think you can see it, so right here.
Mm-hmm.
And so tell me the story with your finger.
Yeah. So I told the story before, but maybe I can explain it better with this, of course. So here was the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Here. So the light was burning. So
where were the lights on that hallway?
Well, I think somewhere over here.
In the middle of the hallway.
Yeah, in the middle of everything. So the bed was sitting here. Here was the door. Here it was dark. Only two lights here were burning, and a night, like a little.
A night light.
Yes,
Yeah.
like a little one. And there were curtains covering the windows.
Okay.
So.
And it was at night, of course.
It was
yeah.
it was night. Yeah.
Okay. So if I take your pen, could it be? So I'm going to try to debunk this just to see what your reaction is. You say that there was a night light over here.
Yes.
And two lights next to the bed. Were they on? I suppose so.
They were on.
Okay, was there a headlight on the top or something?
Yeah, but that was not burning.
It wasn't burning.
It wasn't burning.
Okay. Now, could it be? Was this light on actually?
This light was on.
Okay, it was on. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other things that were in the hallway itself?
The only thing is, here was another wall with a door, and this here was another room. This here, this piece was again a stair upstairs. So that space between this.
Could it be, for example, that the light was going like this, and were there any other lights downstairs?
No, this was the only light. The second light was in the hallway downstairs, but that one wasn't burning.
Okay, so let's start. First things first that you do need to understand is when you guys are over here on the bed, so this is you and your friend, for example, or whatever, and you were standing right here, right? Okay, and then your friend said, okay, there's someone behind it, well, help me out. Okay, could it be, for example, because your friend was looking that way,
Yeah.
that he was looking at the night light, and he gets like what's it called, like
That black spot.
yeah, that black spot when you look
Yeah.
too much to some lights.
That could be it, but if I watched, I watched directly.
Yeah, that's the thing.
To the
So
door.
you were here and you were watching your friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so from your perspective,
Yeah.
this is the whole area that you would look to. So there are two lights. Of course, it's very dark because it's a dark room with your two lights on here. It could also affect your eyes by looking at the lights unconsciously. You look into your friend, and when you look back to the door, you would also see that strange kind of figure.
Like this. I'm gonna show you. So if you close the door, it stays like this. It's not like door is closed, it's gone, and then pop, there it is again. But
Yeah.
it was really like that. If you put somebody behind it and you close the door, you saw an apparition behind the window.
Could it be that maybe your dad was there to joke around, and maybe the first time he was actually standing over there? Could that be?
That could be. That could be the fact, the first time, but how can you explain the second time? And I have to say, the windows couldn't be dirty. You know why? My mother was OCD.
So she cleaned the windows and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. You have to understand that. Yeah, I'm trying to debunk it, but if you tell a story, it is kind of scary to hear the first time.
Well, you have to know, this isn't it. There are worst things I encountered.
So you're telling me that there is another story worse than this one?
Yep, there is. And it affected my life.
Okay. So let's quit for a moment.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you an example of how the room was in the other house, because this house is very similar to the house I grew up in. So that was the glass, but only one, a little bit bigger and bluish. That was the window. So if you go inside, this room is very similar. So this room was 2 times bigger than this. So the window was bigger and the bed was standing here like this, and the door was standing more over here. So we got the same glass. I was sitting like this with my back against the door, and my friend was over there, so he could see immediately what was happening. So yeah, this room is very similar to the one we had in the first house, my first house I grew up in. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask Nicholas a few more questions or how to end this video, because I'm a skeptic, okay? So I don't believe in those paranormal stuff or ghosts or whatever. I do have a sister, she's a little bit younger than me, 8 years to be specific, and she believes in ghosts too, and my mom too. So I do kind of feel sorry for Nicholas that he had to go through these things, but we're gonna try to do the second video at a later time and hear his story. You want to say anything, Nicholas?
Well, I think now it's just important we let this sink in. People has the comments, so they can comment in the comments down below if they want to say something about it. If they have any explanation, they can do it in the comment section.
Yeah, that would actually be great if some people that had the same experience, even the skeptic, if they do feel like it's all bullshit.
It's all about the answers for me at the moment.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's
at some point it's too much. I want to know what's going on.
We're doing this video because to make it a closure. Because for me, it annoys me to hear the things that you're saying and stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to help my friend, of course, to step over this and have a closure, or maybe a little bit less of entity. So yeah, maybe after the series we'll maybe do some witchcraft and stuff to ban the entities or something, and we'll see how it goes.
Maybe ghost hunt in this house. If something follows me, it has to be with me.
Yeah, I hope it's like a ghost that have sex with you every night, and you'll be happy. Yeah, but you'll know. So anything they want to tell the viewers again with the comment section?
Well, if you can relate to any of this, or if you got an thing you think, well, this could it be, or it's that, or maybe somebody is watching who has the gift to see what's going on, please let me know in the comments down
Well,
below.
maybe we could use those comments to do the second series, to maybe use that and figure out maybe it's because of that.
Yeah, that's a great
Maybe
idea.
more answers will come from the viewers themselves, so we'll see.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
guys, so this is what was part 1, and see you in part 2, I guess.
Yeah.